Hi, today I'm at Glentress and I'm trying to get this intro done before a bunch of other people come because I've already had to wait a few minutes for them. You can see the sign behind me. There we go. If I turn around here, you can see there's work going on in the background there. I believe they're building a new skills area. Anyway, I'm going to keep this short. I'm at Glentress. I'm going to ride my bike, I'm going to film it, and hopefully you're going to watch it and enjoy it. Here we go. So this is a bit different from previous times I've been here. So the very first time I came here, it was completely different. They hadn't built any of these extra trails, that big sign wasn't there. Second time I came here, everything was closed. The cafe was closed, the bike shop, everything was closed. There was portaloos in the car park and they were building these trails. I guess what I'm riding over now they were building. And then the third time I came here, we stayed at Forest Holidays, which is part way up through the forest, up at the Buzzard's Nest car park, which we'll get to halfway up, I guess. So we started from there, rode down and back up again, so it was a bit different then as well. It's always cloudy when I come here, apart from once. So every time I've come here in the summer, it's been cloudy, with a risk of, if not rain. And then when I was here in November and rode the day after my birthday, we'd had snow, rain, and then glorious sunshine. It was wonderful. Alright, so the trail starts here. This climb is shared by all of the single track cross-country trails. Looks like there's been some rain overnight, which is funny because there's a heat wave in the rest of the country at the moment. So in the south where I'm from, it's going to be 33 degrees tomorrow. I believe it's 29 today is the top temp down there. And when I left the van this morning it was 18. So there you go, that's Scotland for you. See, at this point you cross where the blue comes back. I have mentioned this in previous videos, but when we come back later we'll cross back down there. The trail network here, I think, looks really complicated when you look at it on a map, because everything kind of crosses itself, but it's actually fine. It's not that difficult to work it out once you get here. And there's the Bridge of Doom. We come back across that and it actually looks much scarier when you come over it than it really is. This is the Buzzard's Nest car park, just in front. Just there is the Forest Holidays Welcome Lodge. There's a cafe there and you can get little bits. So the trails, right, where do the trails go? The trails, I think, go on up this way. But there's a really horrible climb, So I'm going up a fire road. Right, so I'm riding up this fire road, taking me past the Forest Holidays lodges, and I think if I keep going up here I can eventually get to Spooky Woods. That's the plan anyway. This is where the climb for Spooky Wood comes out, just off to my right there. I've ridden up this fire road, you can see behind me. There's someone coming up the actual climb now. So the fire road was actually very steep and very loose, but much better than having to do the rest of the single track climb, in my opinion anyway. So now we're heading a bit further up this fire road to where the downhill bit starts. Now I don't remember this at all. I've ridden Spooky Woods once The next couple of times I came back I didn't do it, and I remember the horrible climb. I don't remember this bit. Yeah, this bit I do remember. Right, whilst there's no one else here at the moment, I want to just show you these drops on Spooky Wood. This is the first drop. It is rollable, but you do have to be careful. And then you come down here to this second one. I mean, it already looks terrifying from here. I mean, the landing. Anyway, it's here. I'm going to go to the side because thankfully there is a chicken run, because there is no way I'm going off this. It looks bigger than when I was last here. Right, okay. See, that's massive for me. There's no way I'd go off that. I can't think that even when I was in my I can do it mode, I'd have gone off that, even back in 2021 when I was like doing well with my biking. Because you have to come off there. Sorry, this video is going to be all over the place. And to keep your wheel up, you need to sort of land sort of there, I guess. Right, okay, this is the Spooky Wood descent. You can see I'm not doing either of these drops, and that one I've just passed is absolutely bloody massive. These you can roll, so that's fine. There is no way on earth I was going to do that massive drop. It looks much bigger than when I was last here. I'm sure when I looked at it last time I thought, oh yeah, I can probably do that with a bit of courage. No way. Hi, you alright?
Yeah, good, yeah.
Right, this will be embarrassing then when those two follow me down and find me stopped at something that I don't like the look of, or gingeringly walking my way around a corner. It's actually quite wet and slippy today. There has been some rain, and this is obviously Spooky Wood, where it's obviously always a bit wet and dangerous. I think this, you just go through the middle of this. Yeah, this one's fine. I think there's a stain in there, one of the 7 stains, the Meteorite Stane, I think. I think that's it. It appears to have some writing on it. It looks a bit like a meteorite. This is the Blue Return. the motorway sign in a minute. There it is. This section is blue velvet. I've always liked this section. Last time I rode this, the sun was in my eyes. I couldn't see what I was doing. It was closed the time before. And the time before that I remember really liking it. I think it was longer. I think they've shortened it a little, possibly for the forest holidays that they've now built up in this area. See, I'm sure this continued where all those fallen trees are. In fact, I know it did. It came out up there somewhere, I'm sure. I'm sure they've changed that. But anyway, let's go and do that again. That was fun. This is Burn Baby Burn. It's right next to the Forest Holidays lodges. As I've said when I've been down here before, I wish I could corner better. And we are back at Buzzard's Nest car park, where all the trails crisscross and where we can return. Okay, so this is Electric Blue. There were some people earlier asking about a walking trail. So this is the return. That one I'm not quite sure what that is, whether it's bike or walking. But anyway, we are doing Electric Blue return. So here we come to the bridge, that really scary looking bridge, because it does look really scary. It does look really scary. But actually it isn't, it's absolutely fine. The thing I don't like about this trail, there's a corner coming up and I can't get round it, and I really don't like it. So that's what I don't like about this trail, and it's not this corner, it's the next one. This section is called Hoverair. I don't know what that means. Anybody knows? I'm sure this isn't very big, this drop. No, it isn't. One of the few drops here that I can do. There's some weird sort of rock things on this trail, which I think are quite challenging for a blue. I know you'll poo-poo me, but I still think things like this on a blue can be quite challenging. This was all covered in storm debris when I came through last time. See, I'm much better at corners going that way for some reason. Well, I know why. It's my dodgy back. It's my dodgy back because I'm old. Okay. This is Harry's Blue, and the views out to my right are stunning. Look, I'm glad I've got the 360 camera on today to capture them. This isn't a very long trail. I've got the drone following me. I'm hoping it won't get blown off course and disappear. So this is Turn and Burn, one of the new trails here. Last time I rode it was November on my birthday. It was the first time I'd ridden it. There is a corner down here that I didn't like. This one I think I managed. And to be fair, I don't like any of the corners particularly. Yeah, it was this one I didn't like. So I am very happy that it's quiet today. So I was worried it would be really busy and I'd keep getting in the way of people. But so far it's been fine. And I'm hoping the 360 is picking the views up out here, because there really is quite something coming down these trails. See, this one's okay. I don't know why I didn't like that other one. This is the little blue taster trail. You climb up to it just behind the Glentress sign. This section is actually, not this bit of trail as such, but this bit of the forest, or the trails, is actually quite busy. There's quite a lot of families here sessioning these taster trails, because there's a black and a red as well. And I guess the red and the blacks have got jumps. We go through the tunnels here, the 3 tunnels. I saw all this being built when I was here a couple of years ago. It'd be slightly embarrassing if I couldn't get around that corner. And that's Glentress. There's a bike shop in front of me, which I'm going to pop into in a minute, and a cafe next door, which I'm also going to pop into. I was worried it might be a letdown, given how much I enjoyed it with Simon for my birthday back in November, but it's been really good, it's been really fun. Apart from the drops I knew I wouldn't be able to do, and that one corner. I've had a good day.